Hi everyone, it's Anya here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and today we are making these face scrubbies, and this is also building up to making this holder for your face scrubby. So I think it holds them together quite nicely, and I think about 5 can fit in there. So that's for the next video. So for the cotton that I'm using, I have made these cards. So I use Cotton Soft by King Cole, and these are the different colors that I use. The balls are 100 grams and there's 210 meters on there, and I think they're very good value for money because there's quite a lot of cotton on there, and it is actually very, very soft. So it's really nice to work with. So we have Orchid, we have Fudge, which I don't have as a face scrubby, but that was in the selection I bought. We have Rose Petal, we have White, we have Lavender, we have Apricot, we have Buttercup, we have Sage, and we have my cat walking past. Okay, so here, I apologise for the shade we have appearing there, but my cat's just sitting there now. Right, not on the iPad, thank you very much. Okay, so let's get started. I have the Sage colour, and I have a 3 for my hook. And as far as I remember, on the actual cotton, it says 4. But this time, I really wanted it to be nice and tight, so I want it to be, you know, without holes, so I am using a 3. So you are going to do a slip knot, insert your hook, close your slip knot, and you are going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we would normally use a magic circle. I am not using a magic circle, I am using a magic chain. I have a video on the magic chain, so do go and have a look about how I explain how this will work. So here we are. I am opening up my magic chain, and we are going to work into the magic chain, and you are going to do 12 double crochets. So that means you have to make sure you have 12 V's along the edge of your work. So this magic circle opens up quite easily while you are working. So as you can see, I just go into there and it sort of becomes a little bit bigger. It's also advisable that you have a little bit of an end here, so don't make that too short when you do your slip knot. And I will just do a few more and then I shall count. Maybe you've counted for me, but you can't really tell me how many I've got because I have forgotten to count them. Oh dear. So generally I do 11 V's, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Look at that. And then this one here is going to get covered over. So I've got 11 V's. Now I'm going to close my magic chain by pulling it, look, and now we are going to look for our 3 chains. That's 1, 2, 3, and then the next V is this one here, and we are going to do a slip stitch, and that will create 12 V's all around. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 2, and now we are going to do 2 chains. That just undid itself, and we are going to place 2 half double crochets in every stitch around. So we have 12 V's to start with. Now we are going to double the amount of stitches, making it 24. So the first row, that's double crochet. The second row is half double crochet. and I'm just getting nearly there. I am doing 2 half double crochets. Sorry for the eclipse of the light, the total eclipse of the filming light. It was my cat in front of it, not the moon. Oh dear. There we go. So that's that. Then here I have another 2 to go. And that brings us to that last stitch. But remember, we did those 2 chains and they count as your last half double crochet. So I do another half double crochet in there, and then this one is the one that I have already done. So I go under that V there, and everything is slippery. Look at that. No, that's not in there properly. Yeah, right. Okay, let's do this now. Okay, and I do a slip stitch. Goodness me, I think my hook is slippery. Okay, so we chain up 2, and we now have 24 stitches. So in every stitch we are going to work, so even in that very first one. So we disregard this chain here for now. This is our first half double crochet, and we are going to do a ratio this time of 1, 2. So in the first stitch you do 1 stitch, in the second stitch you do 2. So that's a 1. Now I'm doing 2 in the next stitch. Yeah. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's how you will continue until the end of your round. I have now come to the end of my round. I've just done 1 half double crochet. Remember, we've already done the chain there, which is our last one. So in the last chain, in the last stitch, I do have to do my first one of the second. So that's right. There have to be 2 in there. And I'm doing a slip stitch. There we go. So that's the end of my scrubby. Now, as you can tell, that magic chain, look, has come open again. So let me just show you how to deal with that. Where are my scissors? Oh, there. I thought the cat had taken them. Okay, so what I do here, it's handy, that magic chain, but it does come undone again. So I pull it really well so it is closed up, and then I go into it like this, and I pull it really tight and closed, and then I go back a little bit and I insert the needle again. So you're sort of going, doing these little stitches but working around, so that secures it. See, look, so you're there. I'm coming out here, but I go that way. So you have that sort of little, I don't know, sort of a little bit of security. There we go. So once you've done that, I keep just going. I just go out, wherever it ends up, basically. You cut this off. And look, now it doesn't come undone again because I've secured it by doing those little loops going around. Now, for an invisible end to your scrubby, because that's quite important because it's out in the open, the end. Okay, so you've got your last stitch there, and it's sort of coming out of this stitch here. So I'm going to pretend, I'm going to mimic another stitch. So I'm going to go under there, pull that closed, don't pull too tightly. Then I go into that loop here where my bit of wool is coming out of, and then I pull it, but then I sort of, you hold on to it here as well, and I pull it quite tightly so that not only this is tightened up, but that little bit is tightened up as well. Look. Can you see where I did it? There we go. That's the invisible sort of sew in. And then here I do the same thing. I sort of sew in there. And don't pull too hard, but just pull it hard enough so it's just as tight as all the other stitches. And then I do that little loop as well, or I try to anyway, just so that it secures the end a little bit better. So you've got sort of that little loop there, and you pull it and it's not going to go anywhere. So that's, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a face scrubby. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will stick around for this here, which I have designed, and I am going to put some of my face scrubbies in it. So how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, look. And it's even got a button to do it up, and it's decorated with a flower. So I hope you will take a look at that video, and if it's not published yet, do come back for it in a few days. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!